It's just
So
like
no notable bars.
I was going back.
No notable bars from our leading ladies in hip hop.
I was gonna say her song "Car Confessions."
Some bars. Like
she has a song
If
called
you do
"Car
too.
Confessions."
I'm already saying I don't know.
I don't have no bars either though. Like
not of your own that you know of the leading ladies in hip hop.
No, I don't either though. I
You
know
put me
Pop
on the
have.
spot. You don't look at me like
that shit for a nigga one time. Like, bro, you got it, Pop.
Team Estrogen, right?
Yeah, Team Estrogen.
Team Estrogen, baby. I said what I said.
You can close your eyes and do it. Close your eyes.
All right, I'll close my eyes. No, her song "Car Confessions." You put me on the spot, so no. Now I'm nervous.
Complete the
shit.
Smoke like I ain't had enough. What's your best way to smoke? Smoke like I ain't had enough.
Tell him add the smoke. What's up with y'all? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J
and Serpo Jr. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and go on and tell a friend.
And you know we got our special guest co-host with us today and every day.
What's poppin', y'all? It's C-Pop.
The Papa later.
Hype woman.
I'm
talking about on everything, man. And we want to thank everybody that tap in and tune in with us. We appreciate y'all. Keep tapping in with us. You know, tell a friend, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, before we get into the show, we always do the best way to smoke tip. And the best way to smoke tip is a simple tip. It's just basically like, you know, if you out moving around, you know what I'm saying, you got things to do, you busy, you know, and you got to go into places and into different businesses, man, use a vape. You know, use your pen or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Use that vaporize, you know what I'm talking about? So you won't have that smell. If you just got to smoke, though, you thought I was going to say don't smoke, wait till later.
No, I thought you were going to say some inspirational ass shit.
No, I'm just saying. You know, you could.
That was perfect.
I thought he was going to hit me in the... You had me so captured. He said, you know, hit a
You know what I'm saying? Everything. But you know, you can find your best way to smoke and still handle your business and be discreet. You know what I mean?
You think so?
Hell yeah.
Man, you supposed to be like, shit, I think I know so.
Man. Hell yeah, I think so. Hell yeah.
Again, I know so.
I'm sorry.
So go ahead, handle your business, get your vape. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Sativa, hybrid, indica, whatever you want.
Whatever you
choking
do.
On. You know what I'm saying?
Because the pen don't give you the same effect of the flower. You still rolling. It don't give you the same effect of the flower. You know what I'm saying? So it's
some motherfuckers that pen, you know, they be getting fucked up.
I think if they got like a low tolerance or some shit like that,
they be fucked up. They go back into work, fucking up all kind of shit.
Fuck.
Right.
You done seen somebody fuck some shit up before?
On a vape?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, everything.
That's their business. That's their business.
No.
What's poppin'?
Big J be hiding the way. Like, he'll be like, you know, I got the best way to smoke tips today. He don't be saying much else. He be hiding what his tip is and just spraying on us. Right. So I was really about to. I thought you were really gonna touch.
Oh, like last time. Like last time.
Yeah. His last tip was protect women. Yeah. You know, he really hits you.
Make sure you do that.
Right. Yeah. But then today he just, you know, still good tip though. Good tip. Hit the vape. Scent free.
Be discreet.
Yeah, because for a minute.
Be discreet.
Yeah, for a minute, I thought you was like, shit, hitting the vape before you go to work is some bullshit. You ain't touch me.
Nah, I mean, listen, to each their own. I don't even do it. I mind my business, okay? I go to work to get my own bag. Whatever everyone else
bag
does.
Smoke on.
Right, whatever y'all want to smoke on, that's on y'all, you know? Like, I know what I can handle, what I can't.
Good than a motherfucker, though.
On the real, that live rosin. I like the live rosin and shit, though. I found that's the best. You know what I'm saying?
I think it just keep you a cool little mellow, you know what I'm saying? Let you ease on through the day. You don't got to knock a motherfucker out.
Oh, everything. I could dig that.
Right.
I could dig that.
Because nothing hits like the actual... Nothing hits like the actual blunt.
Man.
You need that flower or that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Or the joint.
Y'all fucking with vapes before work? Let me know.
Flower.
But look though, look, this is a subject that's like, you know, that's near and dear, you know what I'm saying, to me. You know what I'm saying? Something we done talked about a few times. You know, talking about the black community, you know, being able to profit off the cannabis industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Who be talking about that?
And it's, and the state that it's in, right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And look, I got some information. You know, black-owned cannabis companies make up a whopping, look, I put emphasis on that, a whopping 4% in Los Angeles County, and it's over 400 legal cannabis dispensaries in LA County. So the disparity is there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, like we talked about equity programs and shit like that before. So the need for equity programs is definitely needed, but it's needed for them programs to really do what they're supposed to do for the people. So what I've been seeing in the research that I've been doing is that it's not really happening the way it's supposed to be. You know, like how the equity programs is supposed to be providing. It's a way for the dispensaries that's making money in the communities to give back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Which is a dope thing if it was working the way it's supposed to. You know, and
Right.
like I said, up on research, it's not going like that though.
So
in a lot of places.
Question, do you feel like that the black community only takes up only 4% in the legal realm because they do so well at the black market?
Right.
You know, because that's
that's definitely
dominated.
that's definitely lucrative, but
you know what I'm saying? And then do you feel like they should switch, like, to be honest, should they switch over to legal realm? Because look at how the legal realm's doing right now.
yeah, I think the legal realm is it's kind of boo-boo when it comes to the taxes and you know the way they tax this shit, the extra tax on top of that, you know, and it's certain things within it that need to be fixed, but I think it's still it's still some dispensaries and shit like out there that's probably flourishing. That's flourishing, like Dr. Green Thumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's certain ones that's doing their shit.
There's definitely a number that are flourishing for sure, but it's like almost that if it ain't broke, don't fix it type. In my opinion.
Right.
In my opinion. I'm sorry. And I'm a supporter of like, I feel like there's a lot, like you're going to tax me on my bud for something that you were going to put me in jail for at some point. Let me bring my ass over to such and such who's been loyal to me.
But that's cool though. That's definitely cool. Always support that though.
I'm just gonna stir the pot a little bit because, like, just to be honest, like, you know, like I like supporting like the legal dispensaries because I love like how, like, if you're putting yourself out there to start
goal.
a bit,
It's to
right,
go
right,
legal though.
right. It would be
goal.
nice, but like it's like just so much that they have to go through, all the money they have to spend. Like it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of things.
What was expected though?
It's a lot of things that need to be changed.
There's a lot of things that have to be pushed through. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So it takes, man, it takes the community. It takes people speaking up about the situation and like really putting the shit out there. That's why, you know, the overall goal is for a business to become legal. And a lot of these businesses that's you know, you could say renegading, you know, black market and shit like that though, they doing it because they couldn't go legal. So it's like if you really like dig into the information, it's like it's a lot of businesses like that though.
Right.
And if you look at the trend, like that shit say, it's 4%. You know, and it's over 400 dispensaries in Los Angeles County. It shouldn't be flooded like that though. It should be, if you think about Los Angeles County, it's a melting pot for so many different ethnicities. So it shouldn't be just directed to that when it's other ethnicities that have been so involved in the shit though for so long. Right. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a lot of things that lead to change because I'll be on that shit like a motherfucker.
What are some of the changes?
Some of the changes that need to be made as far as the way that the industry is taxed. They pay just say California, you pay a California state tax. On top of that California state tax, you got to pay that 15% for, I forget what the other tax is, but it's a mandatory tax that you have to pay on top of just running your business, paying your staff, having to up your prices because you paying this and paying that. So the industry has a whole bunch of character flaws. But the overall goal for a business, I want to put that back out there. The overall goal for a business in the cannabis industry is to be legal. You know what I'm saying? And make that bread legally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the black market is cool. We gonna do what we do with them. You know what I'm saying? All the time.
Hell
you know what I mean? All the time. But man, you wanna do that shit right. You know what I mean? Because
absolutely
when the changes come, because it might be take a minute. We don't fucking know. And when a real progressive push come, you want to be in the forefront. You want to be established already as a business, you know, whatever aspect that you in it. I believe, you know what I'm saying?
It's just about it's about like making it like we just keep putting our foot on everybody's neck about just getting what needs to be done.
Yeah.
You know, so we can achieve that. You know, at the end of the day, you know, like
that's why it'd be dope if them equity programs would really work for what they supposed to work for. You know what I'm saying? Then it would allow opportunities because it don't just create a way to give back to the community. It also creates certain tax breaks for them shops and shit like that. It's a lot that come with that shit though. You know, and some of the loopholes is just like people that's trying to get into the industry, and and believe whatever the state is right now, it's still a lot of people that want to get into the industry though.
Right.
It's a lot of people that want to jump into this thing.
They do a lottery in some I want to say counties, cities, counties, however it works.
Yep.
So pretty much in a nutshell, it's like that 4% that make up, you know what I'm saying, like black owned dispensaries. You feel as if like some of that shit should be like reversed and given down to like say like I guess black owned dispensary owners? Are people trying to get into the dispensary field?
I feel like the equity program should work how the equity program is supposed to work, and the way they supposed to work is to provide them opportunities to businesses and help with paperwork, get fees waived to actually, you know, to touch the industry and shit like that though. And a lot of them really is not providing that.
From the research that you have gotten or that you came across or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like what's making that 4%?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Is there people actually going in to try and like actually take advantage of some of these programs? You know what I'm saying? What's the percentages? What's the percentages on that? And like, why are they not progressing within this?
From the research that I've done, like I said, it's just to be able to get in, it's the capital. One thing to get in the industry, you got to have capital. You got to be able to put up money. You know what I'm saying? A large sum of money. You know, and
so failure to get like loans for cannabis.
Whatever the case may be, failure to be able to provide that capital. You know what I mean? That's one of the things. And then not only that, it's just like they give you when you get your license, they give you a time frame to where you have to get your shit established. If it's not established within that time frame, then you got to either sell that motherfucker or you lose it.
So what was the methods of that 4%? You know what I'm saying? Because you got 4% that went up there and took advantage of these programs or whatever it may be. Like what is it that stuck out with that? You know what I'm saying?
That's probably enough. That's probably cool.
What you mean enough?
That's probably enough in the eyes, 4%. That's something. That's progressive. When maybe it probably was 2% or 3% before. I'm not sure of that. You know what I'm saying? So
pretty much you saying that they actually doing good then. If it was like 2% and now they at 4%, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much like shit. All right, you progressing.
No, I'm not saying that. That's what's coming out your mouth. But what I'm saying is that's some bullshit. It shouldn't be 4%, especially when a lot of these dispensaries and shit in these shops is in the inner cities. You know what I'm saying? It should be more opportunities for people that look like the people that live there, for the most part, to be able to profit off of them, people that have been affected. It's nothing against nobody. You know what I'm saying? But That's just the facts, though. It should be like that. It's always some kind of disparity when it comes to, certain people. And that's just real shit. You know what I'm saying? And in this situation where you can really profit and create generational wealth if you can just maneuver through the shit, you know what I'm saying? It's a way to, man, sit your ass down. Like man, stop it. And a lot of people is gonna just give up on it though. But one thing I learned, and one thing like my daddy used to tell me and shit though, is like nigga gotta dream big though. Nigga can't dream just like if that's something that you really want, you can't just say like fuck it, man. I'm gonna give up on it. You gotta give it your all and shit though, and see whatever you can do with that.
And that's probably that 4%. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else that's probably trying to get up there and do this shit, they probably hit a hurdle and be like, nigga, that shit too hard. And turn back around. You know what I'm saying? When hurdles are made to get jumped over.
So I feel like maybe like a good area to kind of target for growth would be educational programs. You know, like more.
That's part of the equity program, and they ain't doing this shit.
But then, like something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like not just relying on the equity program, but just like more like education out there. Like like.
Okay.
More steps, more like stuff. Like I know you can't target every community like each like on our own, but like targeting your own community, like.
Right.
Like spreading that
information.
Right. To spread that
like what we trying to do with y'all.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? We putting it out
that's
there.
it.
We having a conversation.
Having a weekly news, like, things like that. So like spread awareness and bring it to where we need it to be.
And I think too, I was going to add in what Serpa was saying. I think he's also saying we need some context, right? Because if you look at those stats, it's not just the cannabis industry that has those kinds of issues. If you look at the number of retail stores in a given neighborhood, the number of stores owned by Black people is going to be disproportionately smaller than other.
Yeah, and it's been like that, man. We could get into that.
That's my point though, because what I'm saying is, what are the other factors? Like you said, one of them is capital, but then to C-Pop's point, a lot of it's education. A lot of these people have these connections already. They have the knowledge already. They have people behind them, backing them. So what is it that Black people need to give them that leg up to get them
the connections? You need the connections, the capital. you need the resources to be able to push through whatever the hurdle may be. Some people might be like, some people might have worked, and retired with 40,000 or 30, 50, 60, whatever the fuck it was, to be able to invest it into what they doing to where they don't have enough to put whatever the case may be though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different situations. So I feel like it should be an even playground for everybody. You know
I would say if I was to, and this is like just going deep, if I was to like look at like my family and maybe where I came from, one thing I would say is financial and business literacy.
Facts.
Yes.
That's where I would go back to. Because it's not even just how like
it's starting the house.
It's starting the house. And like think about like I know like my parents are super, super, super hardworking, but like that right there, those two, finance and business literacy, like they do the best they know how.
Yeah.
And they're doing damn better than the people before them.
But it's our generation and shit.
We are in between that hardworking and that information stage, the hardworking stage, the grind, get up, the hustle, the really feed your family stage, and then in between like the information stage, the technology, the Googles, the Chat GPTs, like getting like AI to do it for you. We're in between that. So our hustle versus like, in comparison to like the information stage, like I feel like we're a very unique generation, if you really take advantage of that. But as far
it's out there.
Right, because it's out there.
It's no excuse.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So then going deep into like, okay, so where do we start when it comes to the cannabis industry? Like, hustle, like no doubt, but adding that financial and business literacy to like, okay, well, and just across the board.
So just have more credit early in life and all kind of shit.
That's key.
Because I'm sure y'all know several people who have businesses. But then the separation is, okay, what is legal and what is not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you know several people, like tons who have businesses. But then let's narrow down. Okay, well, who do we know who got them floating legally? There's just there's a lot of hurdles. It's like that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just to be 100, just with our community, you know.
It's
what
a
I'm
cold
saying?
disparity, man.
But then throwing into that pot of just like one hand helping the other, you know, like like giving back.
Right.
Like helping your own community, spreading what you know, like, you know, putting that pride aside to be like, okay, like I could use the help.
Electing the right officials in your community also.
In your community,
knowing what's going
paying
on.
attention to the, like, you guys put me on to all types of info about just the, like, what's going on in the community. Like, so it's just like spreading that knowledge, like anything, like knowledge is power at the end of the day.
But that can be the big divide within that 4% though. You know what I'm saying? That 4%. They may have the hustle and all of that shit as everybody else. But the advantage that they may have financial and business literacy.
That's literally what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Though.
And that may be how they getting up in that motherfucker. Their approach may be a whole lot different than those that's unable to actually take advantage of that shit.
Listen, mindset, knowledge, and then the people, the company you keep. Super important. Super important across the board.
400, look, 400 is not, it's a lot, but it's not a lot, though.
Man, that shit seems like a whole lot.
Look at the first sentence. Los Angeles is home to more cannabis dispensaries than public schools.
Yeah.
That's a lot, bro.
Come on, yo. No matter what the numbers are.
Yeah, that's a lot, though.
You know?
Now, just think about this little twist right here, though. Now, just think if it was more people of their community to be able to own these dispensaries and own these cannabis related companies and shit though, don't you think they would love to reinvest into their communities? Don't you think it wouldn't be a problem? Don't you think it wouldn't be like trying to hide your hands when it's time to help the community and shit like that? I do. I think people of their community would love to reinvest into it and build something because
bam, you get a $10 million investment, you know what I'm saying? What's your first moves? $10 million investment. What's your first move?
Oh man, and man, build up the parks, create.
So you finna skip. You know what I'm saying? Getting the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Straight and set, ready to go. So skip what's happening
pretty much. If pretty much you getting some money, you already got a foundation together.
You probably don't. You know what I'm saying? You on your way to getting this foundation.
Fuck all that bullshit.
You on your way to getting this foundation. Like, come on now.
Well, then if you on your way to getting it, you got something established.
All right, so bam. So bam, look.
$10 million to nobody.
So bam, look, hold up. Look. So look, if you got it, look. So if you got it like that and you don't need this lump sum, you know what I'm saying, to really start your business, that money problem that you were just thinking of a few minutes ago.
Lump sum to
you know what I'm saying? But look, that little lump. Hold on, time out. Hear me out though. Bump. You know what I'm saying? When you were just sitting here talking about, you know what I'm saying, you may have a money problem or, you know what I'm saying, them loans to get your company and shit started. If you already got those funds like that, you don't need no loan.
Then you already have something established, whatever the case may be.
So that 4% should be bigger than that.
Hell, man.
Hold on. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back to the question.
You don't think the 4% should be bigger than that?
The question was,
I know it should be bigger than
that. If you got a $10 million loan.
What is this nigga talking about?
You know he just hit a popping shit. You know. Hold on.
But it gotta be some legit shit.
You got a loan for how much? How much?
A $10 million loan. You get a $10 million loan.
All right. So we got a $10 million loan. That's a safety loan.
You gotta be established.
But you got a $10 million loan. What would you do first? What would I do first? I would hire.
Because you talking about giving back to the community.
Get mine off because.
So I would hire a lawyer. I would hire a business lawyer. I would hire a tax person. I would hire an accountant. I would hire every motherfucker out there that could help educate me to bring my business to the next level.
Absolutely.
I don't have it. I will fuck that $10 million up.
And that's major.
Okay?
You know what I'm saying? That's major because it's like you setting up to actually look out for community.
Hold on.
Versus just going straight there and doing so.
I would invest the $10 million just not even to touch. Like, just let that shit, like, triple itself. Just not even to touch, but I would definitely hire a team. Hire a team to put me on to what I need to know. A solid,
and you
loyal,
gonna be able to get inside
honest,
the cannabis industry, like
I'm talking about. I want monsters on my motherfucking team.
That
if I'm in some shit, like
yeah, go ahead,
I
pop
want
your shit, pop.
monsters on my team. I don't give a fuck about nothing but this money I'm about to put in your pocket.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I want
right now.
No, for real, because I already know I'm going into it not knowing everything.
So you said so you getting that you getting that foundation founded.
Oh man.
You molding this shit. You getting it to where it's like gonna be like pretty much unbreakable. So now when it come time for you to like bust into this businesses and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming in beasting shit now. My foundation's straight.
Listen, I'm like,
but to Big J's point, you're not gonna get a $10 million.
Don't say that, nigga.
Unless
that's why I just said it up.
Unless you have a proof of concept.
That's why it's hypothetical,
okay,
man.
but no.
Damn, you motherfuckers don't understand what hypotheticals and shit is.
I'm speaking to you as a business.
That's why
God damn.
I just got quiet.
They ain't giving you nothing unless you've already shown the ability to make money.
Damn, there go y'all sense of humor. What the?
Oh, it's funny now.
Yeah, we're
It's
teaching
funny
people.
now.
We got to say it right. We got to say it right.
Oh shit!
We got to say.
All right, I'm gonna rewind it then. What if you get a $10,000 loan?
yo, sir, I can't.
What you finna do?
You
You finna fix up the parks and shit.
Let's say a 50,000. Like, no, I cannot.
Are you gonna buy some backpacks for the kids to go back to school? School supplies and shit?
Man.
Are you gonna get rolling paper?
What you gonna do?
Man, I don't know. That shit haven't happened to me.
I can't.
So I can't speak.
Speaking of hypothetical.
Hypothetically.
Oh,
But why
hypothetically?
would you say
All right,
that
so
if you
bam.
speaking
Oh, I
of
got, look,
hypothetical?
watch this. Hypothetically, right? Look, watch this. Hypothetically.
Nigga crazy. What's
Hypothetically.
up? All right, go ahead. Hypothetically what?
Hypothetically, I'm gonna take the you know what I'm saying, the host with the most advice. C-Pop set it up straight. You know what I'm saying? Once I take those steps and those measures,
that is good.
man, I'm ready to tackle any fucking field.
Mm-hmm.
Cannabis, whatever the hell that come after it, construction. Now we just speaking if I got that $10 million.
And make sure you get the right team though, because understand this, when you don't have the knowledge and if you ain't dealing with the right people, sometimes you get beat. Also,
you gotta know that shit too, though. You gotta learn with them.
While you learning this shit, though, you know what I'm saying? A motherfucker will tell you this.
You gotta research on your own as
so you gotta have some kind of knowledge. And if you dealing with something like that, or inspiring to deal with something like that, take the time to learn. You know what I'm saying? What them steps is on what you're trying to get into. I'm speaking from the mind of somebody that's already prepared. If you looking for a significant amount of money like that. That's where I'm thinking from. You got to already be established with something cracking, written,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and all that kind of shit, signed, sealed, and delivered. Ain't nobody finna just get that up. So you already know what your push is finna be. And back into what I'm saying, I would dig in that perspective. If it was in that way, I'm digging straight into the kids, like to build up things and activities for the kids and learning and like STEM programs and ways for the kids to learn coding in the inner cities and make it like fun for them and shit like that though. You know, and just different things like that though, because at the end of the day, that's what we want to grasp onto and build up is the younger generation, because they the ones coming. And it's gonna be AI. So you want them to be able to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Know how to use that, even how to repair that or how to deal with that and different things like that. So that's where we want to be pushing our kids into the future, and to be able to get that, to establish something like these equity programs would do if they was working right, and these dispensaries would be able to give back to the communities. You know what I'm saying? I think it would benefits so much, man, because if I was somebody that got 10 million, a company that got 10 million, that's where I'm going. I'm pouring into the kids. And I'm also looking to help to like really, because that's a significant amount of money. You can help a few people actually start their businesses. So I would maybe create a lottery or something, or do something to where it might not be a lot of people yearly, but it'll be enough people to where we can help. And if we doing something to actually, to reinvest that money and build that money in some kind of way, because we gonna be spending money, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I mean, we can just, be able to give back, like widespread. That's just where my mind went with it, though. I wasn't just thinking on
Pop your shit, Big J.
If you didn't have everything set up.
Pop your shit.
Because you got to be a business, though.
So are you talking about a grant or a loan? Because if you're talking about a loan, you can't be doing all of that backpacks for kids and stuff. You got to be investing in things that build profit.
Yes.
He's just...
I didn't say building up backpacks or whatever for kids.
No, I didn't say you.
I was talking shit to this guy.
No, he said that. He suggested that, though.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing.
I ain't never mentioned backpacks because that's cool. That's something a nigga could do out his own pockets. You invest about $500-600. You know what I'm saying? You can get some backpacks. You could be a regular, nigga with a 9 to 5 and do that for some kids. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm talking about on another level to get them to thinking different and showing them a different perspective, even though they come from where they come from. Because that shit, the perspective is and the programming it's a motherfucker though, especially when you young. The music is so impressionable. It's so many things that's so impressionable to a kid that'll take them away from what they need to be doing. And if they don't have that right person around them, that's like,
and that's something we leave up to the responsibility of the educational system.
Nah, I don't think it's left up to the responsibility of the education. It's the parent. It starts at home first. You gotta lace your kid up and shit, though. Your kid gotta be laced to go to school, to be able to know how to act right in school, though.
Oh, so that's where some of this shit is gonna go at, you know what I'm saying? To teach the parents, to teach the kids and shit like that? Because if it's going back, you talking about teach the kids.
That's something good. That might be something in my business that I didn't really
think it'd go that way.
Thought on, but if
that's kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like shit. Because what if the parents actually do aspire for some shit like that and do need some of that information that they actually can really pass down to the kids? That's like not so dependent on like somebody else. We not knowing what you're doing with this money. We may be like dumping the money here for you to do so, but you're not doing so.
On everything,
you know what I'm saying? But you may have like actual like families and shit, you know what I'm saying, that's in these communities that's knowledgeable about this shit, but they need that boost. You know what I'm saying? So those programs, you know what I'm saying, to help lace said mother, said father, or together couple, you know what I'm saying, to like lace them kids.
I think that's a good one. Good idea, man.
Sometimes my brain
Let's get a round of applause for that. Let's get a round of applause.
I don't know about that one.
Get your ass up out of here.
Hey, but definitely pouring into the kids though, because they gonna be the ones coming up, and just say if the industry do get to where it need to be legally, like just legally, it's gonna be a lot of kids that want to enter into the industry when they get older. That might be something that they inspired or want to do. So then
I want to ask Solomon real because he said he don't think so. I just want to know.
What? He said he don't think so about what?
Like as far as like, you know what I'm saying? Like what I mean by like when I say stable-minded, you know what I'm saying? Parent households and shit like that. People that's like on the right track, you know what I'm saying? As far as like what you talking about, you know what I'm saying? They get shit straight, get the foundation straight. You was like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, because there's so much context there. Because first of all, you got to deal with parental pride. If you're going to walk into someone's house and tell them that they need help taking care of their kids or teaching their kids the right way.
It's not. It's not you telling them they need help. You know what I'm saying?
What are we telling them?
It's like a program for them to like start businesses and shit.
Like
Right?
a financial literacy program for children. And they have stuff like that. Like for instance, like there's investing apps where they're like, oh, like sign your kid up to like teach them about certain like things, and like, they pass certain like quizzes or whatever on
so it's not like no governmental program saying you have to do this or have to no.
It's like for the kid and the parent to do together. That would be dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Like something like that.
All right. So it sounds like you guys are saying that we do have financial literacy opportunities available for the Black community, for other communities then.
I think we're still in that hypothetical realm.
I'm not in no hypothetical with that. No,
Big J saying push it.
It's not to the extent of which it should be. And a lot of these programs are created through equity programs in certain cities and shit like that.
Yeah.
So, and they not majority of them are not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask one question. Do you think it's an issue more of there aren't enough programs available, or that there are people who just don't know the programs that are available? Which is bigger?
It can be probably 50-50.
I think it's those two, and then also just people not having an understanding.
Because
I'd probably say
people
it's
being
split it.
discouraged.
Right.
Because that 4% figured it out.
That much money.
Not even discouraged.
Big,
You got to
Big J's
consider
just
what
trying
you're
to make
saying.
some noise about the program in general, just to be like, pressing the situation. Like there is a program out there. Like dive into
It's out there.
it.
So it makes sense that what we can do then is we can start educating people to the programs that are available, all these types of things. Let's start pushing that information out.
That's what we're gonna do next show.
Important.
You know what I'm saying? Next show, with just us, we gonna highlight, some equity programs,
financial
and stuff
literacy
like that, and see
programs.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a challenge for us though, because we want to get that information to y'all,
What
so
y'all
y'all know what's
motherfuckers
going
doing.
on. You know what I'm saying? So that's a challenge for us to see like what's going on. Like, okay, it's an equity program in Compton or in whatever city. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker choose a county or however it go. Let's see what they actually doing.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean?
Let's do
I like
it.
Get
that.
the people there. Damn, that was a dope topic. You know what I'm saying? We got into that for a little minute though. What's up with y'all though? Talk to me.
I got a question. I was like looking at scrolling through my YouTube or whatever, and I want to say it was YG who asked a question, and I thought it was very interesting. Like his question was more female rap beef or less? That was the question. Like, do you think there should be more female rap beef or
I don't want to say,
less?
look, I'm going to say, first I'm going to say this. I don't care. But to answer the question, to keep it 100, just to answer the question and shit though, I think it should be less though.
Mm-hmm. And why so?
Because it's already a stereotype of how, we get down and stuff like that, especially black women towards each other and stuff like that. So do something positive. If all y'all dope, you know what I'm saying, that's spitting with most of y'all, just to keep 100. Most of y'all dope, so just keep doing what y'all doing.
Right.
And represent y'all shit and, spit your fire though. If somebody come at you though, handle your business. But just in that perspective, just keep pushing. So I say less.
Serpo?
I agree with less.
Less?
I say more.
Why you say more, Salomon?
Because it's dollars, huh?
Because you got to think about it. Female rap is not a big industry. And
now it is.
Well, wait.
Come on.
They are putting.
Hey, man.
It is nowhere It is nowhere near as big as male rappers.
BET music, the music play shit.
But he's talking about numbers.
I'm talking about no. It's just like the WNBA is nowhere near the NBA. Female rap is not as big as male rap.
But you still have eyes.
Let me make my point.
No,
what's the number? Look it up real quick though. Look it up though.
Let me make my point. Okay, so if you think about it, the only way that females who are rapping can stay in the news consistently is through this beef kind of stuff. So what I'm saying is
not true.
More until they have other ways to stay up there.
Hey, my boy, you not listening to it like that. You don't know. I don't listen to a whole bunch of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't listen to that shit like that, though.
But hold on. What I will say is, yes, like the women have been taken over lately. Like as far as female rap, they've been pushing it, taking over.
I want to see the sales numbers.
Trying to say
look it up.
As numbers
look
wise,
it up for like 2023.
But
male rappers versus female rappers.
There's still a lot of male rappers compared to females. Not saying that.
Oh yeah, it's way more. But just comparison in 1 year. Just say in 1 year or maybe a 2-year span.
But people aren't just listening now just because of the beef. However, what they are doing now,
like that booty pop,
they're taking it to the booth though. No. So he asked 2 women about like more or less, and they both said more. And he's like, "What?" He's like, "I didn't expect that at all." He expected your answer.
Right. I mean, if it stay like if it just stay competitive,
Right.
In that aspect,
Right.
of course.
So, right.
That's with males too, though.
What you think?
Right. So,
That is a sport.
What I think is originally, if we're going way back to the Bronx where hip hop was created, it was created to dead beef in the streets and take crime, and just keep it like pop your shit.
We're gonna lock it out here.
Pop your shit.
Who popped it better?
It was that.
I did.
But it
you
was
lost.
that.
Go home. Boom. Got it.
But it's just But it's just like at some point, even when men had an issue, they'd be like, let's take it to the basketball court. But you leave it there, win, lose.
Or let's fight.
Or that. Let's box it out. Yeah. Right. But as far as like competitive wise, it was just like, okay, if you're gonna leave it in your craft, take it to the booth. Like when Remy was like I love Remy Ma because she's the battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? So when she's like, oh, I'm hearing like all this passive aggressiveness, this shade, this beef, whatever, like I'm gonna address it in the booth. Yeah. And I'm gonna tear you up. Yeah. Because that's where she's from, the Bronx. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's where it comes from. So if it's left competitive, I agree with you. Like it's just but like the opposite point, people don't just beef for the sport. If you're beefing with me, you're beefing with me.
Yeah. And some of that should be propaganda too and just themselves.
Or like the fans start some shit, or whatever it is. Like I get that, and then it's just like, nah, like I'm not like but it's hip hop shit. You want to beef with me for real? Like, it depends on the person, because like some people are like, nah, that's not. You're not going to talk about my family and me take it to the booth. No, I'm gonna take it to your head. Like So it depends. You gotta be. You gotta look at who you're dealing with and what the beef is. Yep. But as far as how I feel like if it's left to the sport, but put an Addy on it. This whole shade, I think she shaded me in her song. Nah, put a fucking Addy on it. Like I pulled up to your street or whatever Lotto did with her shit, like, pulling up on someone's block with doing her music video. Like, nah, this is direct hit. Like I grew up in this shit. And she said it in one of her interviews. She's like, I was raised into battle rap. So that's where my beef.
She was on that Bang to Plea.
Yeah, was it not? It wasn't Growing Up Hip Hop, but it was. I think it was a specific battle rap show. So as she's like, it's always been in the booth for me, right?
She didn't accept that deal though.
No, she didn't. She did her own shit. That was a smart move though. She dope as a motherfucker though.
Right. So if you could leave it in the booth, and like, put an Addy on it. Like
that's why I said if a motherfucker come for you, don't go. You ain't gotta go searching out nothing. But if a motherfucker come for you, some slick shit, right? Yeah, address that shit and slide on.
Right. And then believe it there. This whole drag. I feel like when people weren't putting it like a direct, like this is who it's for, it was being dragged out for years. And now the beef is so much bigger than what it needed to be. The shit's just been so drawn out because it's the shade, the sneaky, the passive, just not like, I have an issue with you. I'm about to diss you in this track. Like, what's up? You want to respond? Respond. Like, some people even go to like the face-to-face battles and tear each other up, but you leave it there.
So you think if it wasn't that aspect as far as like battle rap, as far as like, oh, let me get somebody, let me attack your flaws or whatever the heck it may be, you know what I'm saying, you're doing in your battle. If you eliminate that, would you have something to rap about?
Like as far as just like what, tearing each other down?
Yes, period. Yeah.
But that's the thing. And I'm glad you said that, because like I was even like listening to an interview real quick where Remy Ma was saying, okay, yeah, like that was epic or whatever. Y'all got your views. But what did we get our hype off of? Tearing another woman down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, and for what? Like we would have gotten more play, like working together, if anything, but we went to each other's neck for what? At the end of the day. Wow. That's true. And that comes with maturity. Like you can't teach that for someone else. Like you could go to someone and be like, listen, like I never really had an issue with you. Like the fans are starting some shit, but then they might not be receptive to that. And it's just like, so we gonna be
you though.
Right. Like so we gonna be forever. You gonna act like, you gonna throw shit at me
that sort of proves the point I was making though. It seems like that's the only women can stay popular in rap is beating each other up on that.
I don't think so though.
I wouldn't say that.
Look at the time right now. You got the Ice Spice. You got like for real though. Like those are popular though.
What she say with the I fart on you?
Yeah, well, I don't know what the fuck she be saying, but then
I want to ask though, I want to
you think you the shit, bitch. You're not even the fart.
Yeah,
she's talking about some other shit.
No, but look, I just like as far as like with this going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all the way. You know what I'm saying? Versed with the female like rap artists. I know their names. I'm not good with or familiar with their songs. Can you give me like a bar or something that you know what I'm saying they put out there that's legit, that's like uplifting or something that'll spark an interest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not like a, for lack of a better word, a ratchet way.
I would say like one of my favorite female rappers is Young MA. She's from New York as well. Yeah. And she doesn't rap about nothing about shaking no ass or no like stripper music.
You put you put her in the category with Cardi B now?
No. I would like. What do you mean? What do you mean though? As in a category with Cardi B?
Like as far as you know what I'm saying? Because
9 times out of 10, I could guarantee you, Cardi B would give Young MA her flowers because lyrically,
I think he talking about the topic of conversation.
They styles of music is different.
Yeah, they don't. She on some street shit.
Way different.
She's almost gangster.
Yeah, it's way different.
Yeah, like
drilling
rap and shit. Yeah,
she drilling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they like. You know what I'm saying? You got like Cardi B, Lotto, you know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj, the Ice Spice, Sexy Reds, you know what I'm saying? Them.
I feel it, well.
Because them are the ones who running the industry right now.
Right. What I will say more now, Cardi B, I mean, business-wise, you got to get your bag. She's doing things more geared towards the radio industry. And it's not even just about like the hit you can make, it's about what can make it on the radio, you know? And so like Young MA, she's not for people on the radio. She's gonna pop her shit. It's gonna hit the soul, and it's not gonna be for everybody.
She's underground.
She's more underground because
she had one song. She had that one song on the radio that right.
I don't know why I can't. Yes, she did.
Right, that one song, but probably back on the East Coast. They call
it Heffany.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah.
But it's like, but I feel like those underground rappers are the best for me. You know what I'm saying? Like the pop shit, the pop shit is just like, okay, it sells records because it's acceptable wherever, but like it depends. I guess it depends on your style of hip hop that you like. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I want you to make sense to me lyrically. You know what I'm saying? Like so a lot of people who are relevant on the radio, like I don't even listen to the radio because I'm like, no, next. Like I guess I could be closed-minded if you want to call it that to like newer artists because I'm like, you're not speaking to me. Like
you just know what you like.
I know what I like.
Right.
Yeah. And Young MA is spitting her shit. Like, you know, and I'm like, and it's just
so
like,
no notable bars.
I was going back.
No notable bars from our leading ladies in hip hop.
I was gonna say her song Car Confession.
Some bars. Like
she has a song called Car Confession.
I'm already saying I don't know.
I don't have no bars either though. Like
not of your own that you know of the leading ladies in hip hop.
No, I don't either though. I
you
know
put me
Pop
on the spot. You don't look at
that shit for a nigga one time. Like bust it out, you got it, Pop.
Team Estrogen, right?
Yeah, Team Estrogen.
Team Estrogen, baby. I said what I said.
You can close your eyes and do it. Close your eyes.
All right, I'll close my eyes. No, her song "Car Confessions." You put me on the spot, so no. Now I'm nervous.
Complete the fifth.
Yeah, you got this.
Complete the fifth.
Pleading the fifth.
I can bring up a statement. You know what I'm saying? That one of these leading ladies in hip hop did that was very, very noticeable, and coming from the East Coast.
A statement.
A statement that's very, very notable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Just noted out that like over there.
Element.
No, really that over there in New York. You know what I'm saying? They like took like somewhat like around $20 million away from the educational system, but they funded that money to other countries for war.
Say that one more time.
The Biden administration. The Biden administration.
Say it from the beginning. The influential.
Well, Cardi B. Shouts out to Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Never mind all the ratchet shit that she's talking about.
She's always been in like politics and stuff like that.
But look though, you know what I'm saying? She brought up something that's real important. You know what I'm saying? Over there on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? New York. You know what I'm saying? Up under this Biden administration. they deducting 20 million from the educational system there in New York, but they're funding more to other countries for war. How you feel about that coming from one of the ladies in leading ladies in hip hop?
So first of all, shout out to Cardi B because she's always been into politics, history, the community, like her community, the country, whatever that matters.
Yeah,
she's always been like that. Like, so shout out to her. Like she does her rapping, but like don't get it twisted. That doesn't mean like that's like she's a human being too. So like, you know, we all have different knowledge, different experiences, blah blah blah. So but as far as it coming from, I feel like that's why when I said before, every time we have these conversations, I'm always like, because I'm like, I feel like it's whoever is lying to us best. Yeah. I've always felt like that. You know, when it came to politics, it's always like, I try to like keep up and get into it, but it's always something that's so disappointing where I'm just like, all right, like it doesn't surprise me. It's like, really? It doesn't surprise me. It's always something disappointing. So I'm not surprised at all.
So who is your favorite female hip hop artist?
Favorite female hip hop artist? Hip hop or just like favorite female artist?
Hip hop.
Hip hop, as far as a rapper.
Yeah.
Favorite female rapper
of all time.
Of all time.
You can just have one. You can say more than one, or you could just have one of all time.
Of all
hip-hop.
time.
There's some dope ones out there though.
I would say Lauryn Hill.
Is that hip hop?
Yeah, she raps, she sings, she won't be on time, but neither am I.
Oh no, I thought that was like somewhat of like
she's more R&B, but
she does it all.
Like
but that's why
I understand the hip hop, but when she went just straight Lauryn Hill, I just thought it was like R&B soul type.
But that
Miseducation
do it all.
Hill, that shit was like
just straight. Okay, bam, you got that when you got Lauryn Hill, but I'm gonna say just straight bars. Just straight bars from old school to now. Just straight bars. A woman that can spit.
Foxy Brown.
We know Lauryn Hill can spit.
Right.
Foxy Brown is mine.
Right.
But like Cuzzo said, she like, you know, because Foxy Brown got that voice.
Yeah.
She got that
hey,
voice.
I don't know why the fuck that Lola Brooks chick.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Lola Brooks?
I was looking like, is that Foxy?
Yeah, Lola Brooks.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit. I was like, damn.
But she sound like she remind me of Foxy Brown.
Yeah. She got that voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lola Brooks, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about some of them songs. I just can't recite them.
Yeah.
Mind you, I seen her in person. She's so little. She's so freaking cute. She's tiny.
Yeah.
So tiny. I'm like, tiny and such a big voice. I love that. I love that for women.
So your best hip hop.
I would say as far as I would say it would have to start with Lil' Kim for sure.
Okay.
Lil' Kim, like I just wasn't like I didn't grow up on Foxy too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always been like a Lil' Kim.
was hard though.
Yeah, she was hard.
And
she
was
like
fine to me back in the days before.
Right. And she was just I love that. Yeah, I love that she was always just like, you know, the woman holding it down like amongst all the men. And she's tiny too.
Yep.
You know, so she was always one. And then I would say after that, I would say Remy Ma. Because I remember growing up and her being the only female rapper at the time that I would ever see guys bump into because of just the bars. Yeah. Not because, she's the finest thing on the block. Not because, anything. It was just bars, like true to the craft. And they would just be like it'd be blasted, like, you know, it's out here. I'm like, damn. Yeah. And like, you would never hear no other female being blasted like that, just like amongst men. And it was because of like the bars. You know what I'm saying? Like
this I got two though. I got MC Lyte.
Okay.
Because MC Lyte, like if you listen to some of her old shit too though, like even the beats though, the beats and the bars was hard as a motherfucker though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You fuck with MC Lyte though?
I fuck with MC Lyte. That was just like a little.
Where MC Lyte from? On the East Coast?
New York, right?
No, she from New York or like what borough? Oh, you don't know?
She probably from Jersey.
Before me.
A little bit before.
Yeah, let's look it up. MC Lyte, where you from?
Over there with Naughty by Nature.
He's from Brooklyn.
Oh, she from Brooklyn. Yeah, but she what she had that roughneck song. Like, get a roughneck, gotta have a roughneck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit right there though. Like hood niggas love that shit right there though. You know what I mean? Like for real though. Like
real shit.
And she pretty though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She got her little, you know what I mean? She got her little look and shit though.
I used to love Eve growing up.
Oh yeah,
too.
Eve too.
I used to love me some Eve.
But my other one is Yo-Yo. From the West Coast.
Okay.
Like Yo-Yo.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, because Yo-Yo had bars, man.
Right.
Boy, and she still got bars right now.
Yeah.
But bars. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have one, Sir Paul?
I mean, the ones come to mind for me is like just probably the Brat and Queen Latifah.
Okay.
Probably,
Okay.
Because I can say,
Latifah, yeah. Latifah.
Shout out to the old heads.
Yeah. And the Brat.
The Brat used to be, no disrespect on her now, but she used to be fine as hell too.
Yep.
She's so cute, whatever.
And she had her baby and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, y'all ready? I'm going to pose a question to y'all. Just hear me out, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Listening.
In a household, you know what I'm saying? It's like, who plays a bigger role? The mother or the father?
Why would you
Which
say
one is like, you know
Who plays the bigger role?
Yeah, and who's more important? Who has the more important role in your life?
I'm going to say it like this, though. I think it might be a little harsh, though. I think the man gets overlooked a little bit, though. So I would say the woman, because if it's just a household with a mother, father, kids, if the mother is affected or down or bad or feeling, fucked up in any kind of way, it's going to affect the kids. The daddy, on the other hand, they might not give a fuck, or the daddy might not be in the presence of them to see that. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I mean? But, moms, it's, a lot of the times in the households, moms do a lot more than the fathers do, even if both of them work a job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The mom do a lot more, so the mom is dealing with the kid a little bit more. So, yeah, man. Yep.
What I will say, though, because, I remember I think it was me and, one of my friends, amongst my entire group of friends, we were the only people who had a mother and a father, amongst all of our friends. And, and I'm still friends with all those girls today. And I really feel for people who do not have their fathers, because my dad is the most important person in my life. I will call him at any hour and I know he's gonna pick up. And it'll just be, I already know what I'm gonna get. It's a different vibe. I call my dad for everything. You know what I'm saying? Some people are mommy's girls. I'm for sure daddy's girl. So I couldn't imagine, and I see the stuff they go through, and or how they might move in different scenarios that only a dad can really hold your hand through.
Yeah.
And I'm damn, and my parents are so dope. I share them with my close friends, when I'm my homegirl, if I'm oh, that's a dad thing, oh, you need help with your car. And my dad's so happy to help. He's oh yeah, tell her to come over. We got food going, that's and right. I'll do it right now. Though. Yeah, it's community. It's community, and it's so important. And he sees that, and he never had a dad. I give it to my parents because they never had both parents. They really didn't have that solid foundation for what they built for us. So I really give it to my parents.
That's how I gotta be. That's breaking generational curses,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because my household was like that. Pops was there for a time being, and then it was in and out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something I didn't create for my kids, though. I had situations with all my kids, but majority of them grew up with me, in the house with me. You know what I'm saying? Where I was at. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
it makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. It does. But the mom, to your question,
right?
I believe the mom is more important because her mood affects everybody's mood. It affects the whole house mood.
The household, is a key word. The household, because that is her sanctuary. So, I'm glad you said if she's off, you gonna feel that. Yeah.
She the one.
I wouldn't even say though who's more important. I wouldn't even do that. But as far as what's gonna affect the household, like, yeah.
The mom.
The mom.
That's why the mom, that's why the mom, the mom is the mom does more. In majority of the households, the mom does more if it's both parents in the household. You know what I mean? It's situations to where, maybe the mom is working and the dad is home, or the hours maybe be to where the dad has to do more and shit like that though. But more so often, best believe it, the woman in the household, the mom is doing more. That the mom got more on her plate to handle.
I asked this question because it was like a social experiment on social media.
Right.
The question was posed, you know what I'm saying? And as I go through the comments, everything that y'all say, it was like pretty much on point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The mom, you know what I'm saying, got this, but the dad apply this. Some is equally shared, you know what I'm saying? One of the things that stood out that like had his little weight up in there, that was like, if you grow up like somewhat without your mom, like you would be all right. But then they was like the ones who grow up without dad there, you know what I'm saying? They like kind of more tore up.
I would disagree. I've seen probably like the like I've seen people without, like I've seen men without their mom, and some of the behaviors are kind of scary, like a little bit. Like you could feel the pain.
Nothing like a mama.
There's nothing like that. That feeling that love. Yeah, you were in this person's womb.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like
they loved you enough to carry you that whole
time. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then feeling like that type of, if there was any neglect, whether it was intentional or not, feeling that type of neglect, like feeling that, like not have like that disconnect, I feel like is not like healthy for anyone, but I wouldn't downplay what the dad has to do either, but I just feel like unfortunately, like society has learned how to cope from that,
look
like
look at Father's Day.
Sad.
Dads and grads. Like we can't even get our own fucking day. You know what I'm saying? But we just gotta accept it though. You know what I'm saying?
I think they like, you know what I'm saying, they actually
gotta accept it.
They both need it equally. You know what I'm saying? To me, in my perspective, because it's like from one of them, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna develop some morals and values.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, which come from your mama. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get some discipline and some ethics from your dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can't get all the goods, you know what I'm saying, with just one.
And I feel like when the dad's straight, the mom's straight. You know what I'm saying? So it creates that balance. Like, and then vice versa. But if like the dad's straight, the mom's straight, like it kind of gives her that extra like support, that strength. So like I feel like both for sure. I wouldn't play like who's more important, but I feel like there's just a different like connection.
I'm curious to
how
what
she
you
holds
think,
down.
Solomon.
Oh, I was curious to what Serpo thought, because I thought maybe you had an opposing point of view, but you said what you thought. I don't know, man. I think if you're talking about in the household in terms of raising kids, obviously I think the mom is going to be, her role is bigger. I can say from my experience as a father, I really didn't kick in with my daughter until she became 3-4 years old, learned how to talk. We could communicate better. We could have new experiences. But most of the caretaking came from her mother. So, it really depends on the time of life. I can say right now, I would say I'm probably more important than the mom, but early on, yeah, definitely the mom.
That's why both are important, man. Both are important.
That could be agreed though. Like I could see that perspective though, like early on. You know what I'm saying? Like early on in life, like the mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, because they're literally dependent on the mother.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I love the little posts and like the things that like when fathers do like take the spotlight. I love it. Like I think there was like a little trend going on. Like people were clowning how this guy was holding his baby. Yeah. And he was just like, "What you mean? Like, why are you making fun of how I'm holding my baby? Like, he's chilling." And then all the dads start posting the funky ways they're holding their kid, but they like he's comfy as a motherfucker, chilling. Like
the one-arm football, yep.
Yeah, and then like some of the moms even chimed in, like on like in a friendly way, was just like, "But this is why we have anxiety. You holding my baby like
man.
But but it was like in a funny way, like a playful way. Like, yeah, it's different. Like with a dad, like a dad will teach you life. Like, okay, go ahead, fall down a little bit. While the mom's like, wait.
Throw you in the air, hides the mother.
Right. While the mom's having a heart attack, but but you need that experience with dad.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think hell yeah, you do need that experience because it toughens you up.
Yeah.
You know, and just, you know, not to like drag it on. And a lot of the situations like that, when it's just mom and the dad is not there.
Yeah.
It can pull you to the streets or into something that you shouldn't be into, you know, and put you in a situation, you know, where you might fall victim, get killed, you know, or be, you know, go to jail for a long time, get involved in some bullshit or whatever.
You have another male figure taking that place, and it could be a male figure in the streets.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why. Look, and I'm gonna take it back to like just a part of something that can help. Them equity programs. You know what I'm saying?
Up your shit,
just something that can help in the community and
just real fast before we lead on,
what we talking about.
What is offered in those equity programs?
Okay, what is offered is actually bless you. Is actually education, resources, resources, and it not necessarily even just getting cannabis education. It helps you with other kind of jobs or other kind of careers that you want to get into, and also cannabis stuff. It's supposed to create opportunities like to build up the parks, to build up the community, and to help fund certain things and programs, and you know, football teams and all kind of different youth programs, and also to have a fund to where people that want to get into the industry, you know, in a community. So it's a lot of different things, and I know I might be missing some things, but that's like a bulk of it. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to tap into the rest of the next episode. So make sure y'all tune in.
Oh, everything.
Drop some more gems.
Yeah. So you know, like put it together. You know what I'm saying? But look though, we definitely appreciate y'all tapping in. This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast. Big J.
Serpo Jr.
And Pop.
Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Just go ahead and tell a friend.
So you do that.